To assistant coach Trey Jacobson there on the Alexander sideline. Felt like he went straight up for the rebound, but the foul was called. There's another steal for Novak as he gets the interception. 2-on-1 fast break. Nice pass. Layup missed by Spell. Rebound to the Ranchers. They're in a hurry the other direction. Reestedt's pass, run down, saved by Evenson. He goes 4 rows up into the bleachers.
And all those people over there just scared for their life, especially that little baby in mom's arms over there.
They did get out of the way. Some more good footwork from Nate Evenson there as he climbed into the bleachers. So much fun to come over and call games here in Alexander, and great crowds for these last 2 games when Ray was here. Now Powers Lake, Burke Central. Nice pass from Novak to Jaden, tries the reverse layup, missed it, sticks with it, and puts it in off the backboard for 2.
That was probably the most creative 2-point basket that we'll see all night. Just kind of threw it off the rim and just stuck with it, able to bank it in. Good play from Jaden.
Now a 7-0 run by Alexander has given them their largest lead of the game, and there's another steal. Alexander's defense has been very good in the first quarter, now creating 5 Powers Lake Burke Central turnovers. Novak with a step back 3, no, too strong. Long rebound run down by Gant, but his foot was on the baseline, and it'll belong to Powers Lake.
Trying to get everything worked out here. We're doing some testing. We bailed on the testing. We're going to do it a different time. But now our stream, we're good and going now. We're back to normal, the good top quality here on Game Day Media.
Excellent. We've got a timeout on the floor. 1:58 to go in the first quarter. 3-point lead for Alexander. You're watching Game Day Media.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
Welcome back to Alexander. Powers Lake Burke Central with the basketball. They had a 6-0 run to give them a 4-point lead. Since then, they have had some turnover troubles and watched Alexander go on a 7-0 run. And now the Comets go back to work, leading it by 3 at 9-6. Gillespie over to Novak, into the left corner to Julian Gant. Right side Gillespie, catch and shoot 3, swish! Ethan Gillespie hits his 5th 3-pointer of the season. The Comets now lead it 12-6.
Yeah, good run here from Alexander. When you get contributors like Gillespie being able to hit those big shots, it really makes another person that you have to guard for Powers Lake Burke Central really difficult to have.
The run is now extended to 9-0 as that pass goes out of bounds off of, that's 10-0. 7th turnover against Alexander, or forced by Alexander. The Comets now the 12-6 lead. They were down 6-2. And since then, it's been all Comets. Here goes Gant. He'll take a long range 2, and that is good. He is the 5th different Comet to score in the first quarter. Alexander now leads it by 8. Here comes a 3. Oh, that would have been big for Powers Lake Burke Central, but it rims out. Oakley Grubb coming in off the bench for the Ranchers. Missed it. Rebound to Champion. Outlet pass intercepted. Fight for it at half court. Rolls into Powers Lake Burke Central's front court, and a foul is called with 19.7 seconds to go. Foul of the quarter against Powers Lake Burke Central. The shot clock is turned off. Colin Spell to Ethan Gillespie. Back to Spell. 12 seconds to go in quarter number 1. A really good first quarter for Alexander as they have built now an 8-point lead. Novak will take a 3 from the left wing. That's good! And it's an 11-point lead for the Comets as Novak hits his 18th 3-pointer of the season. A 6-0 run by Powers Lake Burke Central. A 15-0 answer back from Alexander. We're back with a second quarter right after this.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Alexander basketball to start the second quarter, and what a first quarter it was for the Comets as they build an 11-point lead and end that quarter on a 15-0 run. We've got a quick whistle here in this second quarter. Foul against Colin Spell, I believe. With 7:43 to go in quarter number 2, first foul of the quarter. Powers Lake Burke Central got off to a really fast start, but they have been quiet now for a long time. Straightaway 3 from Nordloff, too strong. Rebound to Alexander. Spell over intended for Novak. Good transition defense by Jager Bredding to knock it away with the left hand. Deflected out of bounds, make Alexander earn it in the half court. Julian Gant to Gillespie. Ethan wearing those bright pink shoes. Gant, behind Spell. They were on a different page of the playbook, and that's the 5th Alexander turnover. (17-6), the lead for Alexander on your NCC scoreboard here on their home court. As caught by Evenson down low, the double team comes. He fights through it and missed it off the backboard, in and out. Rebound to Alexander. Minute gone by in the second quarter. Alexander up by 11. Spell to Gant, steps behind the screen, takes a 3. Does not get the bounce. Rebound by Cade Nordloff. The Ranchers coming the other direction, and they turn it over. It's Oakley Grubb losing it to the baseline. 8th turnover against Powers Lake Burke Central. And just wonder, after they played a good game yesterday, if fatigue is a little bit of an issue here in this first half. Cody Riestedt back onto the floor. He's guarding the ball right now. That's held by Jaden Champion. Gillespie looks inside to Colt Champion. Instead passes it to Gant, now to Jaden. Jaden has it knocked away by Cody Riestedt. Stolen 6th Alexander turnover. Fast break. Behind the back pass deflected. Evenson gathers it in, missed it. Rebound tipped around, pulled down by Colt Champion. His pass deflected and stolen back. And a traveling called against Cody Riestedt.
Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Just the hustle back and forth over to Cody. Got a little foot happy. That left foot took off and the right foot left before anything. But yeah, gonna be another turnover for the Ranchers.
We've got a timeout taken by Alexander, brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. Thanks for watching Game Day Media.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
(17-6). Alexander with the lead, and they will have the basketball out of that timeout. And a pretty impressive start and a good response from Alexander after their loss here on their home court against Ray. Been playing some good basketball in the first half tonight. Gant in the corner to Gillespie to Novak. Down low to Colt Champion. He puts it up there, missed it, gets it back, puts it up and puts it in.
You know, after talking to Randy about that game against Ray the other night, he said that was a lot of the game that we saw was Champion was at the rim and they just weren't going in for him. You're 6'7", you're the closest person to the basket in this entire gym. Those have to be 100% completions.
Three-pointer rattles in and out for Reestedt. Another rebound to Alexander. Powers Lake Burke Central has just gone cold right now. You gotta believe that some of these shots will start falling eventually. You just hope you don't dig yourself too big of a hole.
Well, the law of averages will start to play in at some point in time. It's better than throwing it out of bounds.
That's right. Yeah, field goal attempt always better than a turnover. As that's a dangerous pass into the corner. It gets through everybody and out of bounds.
That's an uncharacteristic mistake from Powers Lake basketball.
Now 10 turnovers.
Yeah, 10. You don't see that a lot of times in 3.5 quarters, maybe even 4 quarters of basketball from a Jordan Carlson-led team.
Down by 13, and they have been scoreless now for over 8 minutes of basketball time as Champion is fouled. That's going to go against Cody Reestedt down in the corner there. That'll be Cody's second personal. And he's going to come out. Grubb comes back in. Grubb is another sophomore, talented sophomore class here for Coach Carlson as Jaden tries to feed Klein. Good look, but he missed it. Rebound to Powers Lake Burke Central. Under 3 minutes gone by here so far in the second quarter. Alexander up 19-6. Evenson missed it. In and out. Rebound to Colt Champion.
Kind of misses both ways. Evenson's missed 2 or 3 of them on this end, as Alexander's missed 2 or 3 of them on the other end. They really haven't. But that's as long as Jacob Novak can do that, the Comets are going to be just fine.
His second Cornerstone Bank three-pointer of the game. The run for Alexander is now 20-0. And Powers Lake Burke Central cannot end it on this possession either as they turn it over once again. Novak the other way, trying to finish through some contact, and he looks hurt again down there. Up ahead, Evenson, layup good, and we're going to have a stoppage in play as Novak is in some obvious pain down there underneath his basket. 4:04 left to go in the second quarter. It's Alexander 22, Powers Lake Burke Central 8.
Yeah, not a good sign. Holding that really took a nice Euro step, and I guess I didn't see if he landed kind of awkwardly or what, but we're going to take a quick break as head coach A.J. Allard and Mackenzie Health take a peek at him. We'll be back after this timeout.
Bach Harvesting has been in business for more than 20 years. We are a family-run operation that operates 2 gleaner combines with all the supporting equipment needed to take your crop off efficiently. This year, we will be offering in-field bagging to help with the efficiency and storage if needed. In addition, we are offering trucking in the wintertime to help get your crop to market. We would love to have your business. Look us up on Facebook or call us at 405-612-7990.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
With 40 years of service to Northwest North Dakota, Jan Costin CPA in Kenmare provides trusted accounting and tax services for individuals, corporations, estates, and partnerships. Call 385-4263 today. Your numbers are in good hands with Costin CPA.
The Northwest Sportsmen's Association of Tioga, a proud supporter of youth and outdoor recreation in our local community. We're aiming high, keeping it local, and building the future for outdoor events. Join us in making a difference. The Northwest Sportsmen Association, where the outdoors brings us together.
Alexander basketball after that injury timeout. Novak getting looked at on the Alexander sideline. They feed Colt Champion. It's a good way to get some momentum back after Powers Lake Burke Central was able to end the 20-0 run by the Comets. Teams have traded baskets since that point. Here is a straightaway 3, nothing but net from Grayson Reestedt.
Isn't that funny how that goes? You go 20-0 run, and then 5 points in the matter of about 35 seconds of gameplay.
Their first 6 points came within about a minute, I think. So they're certainly not out of any game that they are on the court in, but they can go through some droughts as well. There is a shot blocked from Klein. Nice block by Bredding. And we got a collision out at the three-point line. No foul called there. Champion goes diving for a steal, and another foul is going to be called. If that's Colt, it's his third.
We take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. Guys go to the ground, just bodies all over the place. And that is a big third foul for Colt Champion.
He fouled out of that game against Ray. And now probably done for the half with 3:02 left to go in this second quarter.
You know, you always think about the scenarios in the game of basketball is, do you need him right now in the last 3 minutes of the first half? Is he important now, like you're up by 13 points right now, or do you need him in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter playing with 3 fouls? That's just good coaching from AJ and Trey Jacobson over on the side.
Second free throw in and out. Rebound by Julian Gant. Score remains 24-11 on your NCC scoreboard. Gillespie.
This could be a big time to where Nate Evenson can probably get some buckets and not maybe have to have one of the better premier defenders on the big post be able to guard you and can have maybe a mismatch. Look for some mismatches on the block for the Ranchers.
Spell takes it to the free throw line. Shot clock down to 10. Jaden. Ooh, got himself caught in the air. Nice pass, and a foul will be called. That'll send Julian Gant to the free throw line.
Take a look at this RTC Network's instant replay. Good shot, good heads-up plays. Big seal from Julian Gant, just unable to finish on the play.
Bredding picks up the foul, his first, second team foul of the quarter against the Ranchers. Gant at the free throw line hits the first one. He averages 14.2 points per game, along with 5 rebounds. 1.7 assists, 3 steals per game.
Yeah, just some of the best hands in the region, too, as far as football goes.
Yep.
But yeah, just a well-rounded, four-headed monster for a year down in Alexander.
In and out on the second free throw, a 14-point lead for the Comets. Evenson kicks it out to Nordloff. Guys tried to feed Evenson, tipped away from him, out of bounds. Last touched by the Ranchers. Turnover number 11.
Yeah, another miscue, call it. I mean, that's, you know, it's a tough play. It's a tough pass right there. It's a very hard-looking pass from Nordloff.
So Alexander ends up turning it over right back with the travel called against Spell. They have now committed 9 turnovers, so both teams committing more turnovers than their coaching staffs would prefer. But Alexander with the lead right now at 25-11. Grayson Riestedt into Evenson, guarded by Jaden Champion. Passes it out to Nordloff. Straight away 3, nothing but net.
And Nordloff can hit that. Once he catches fire on the outside, he is a really good three-point threat. Just real good catch and shoot from Cade.
It's it back to 11 now at 25-14, and another Alexander turnover. They have committed 10 first half turnovers. 1:45 left to go in the second quarter.
And the turnover is not really affecting the Comets as much as they're affecting the Ranchers. The Comets are capitalizing more on the Ranchers' turnovers.
Now they go inside to Nordloff. He draws a foul. They're going to call that one against Ethan Gillespie. And some more free throws coming for the Ranchers.
Good play there from Cade Nordloff. Just used his big muscle body. Good football player for Seth Wistoff and the Outlaws. Just power on power down on the block.
Ranchers 2 of 4 as a team from the free throw line so far in this first half. Make it 2 of 5 as the sophomore Cade Nordloff left that one short. Powers Lake Burke Central is led by as many as 4. Alexander is led by as many as 16 as Nordloff hits 1 of 2 to get up to 4 points, which is right near his season average. 4 points per game makes it a 10-point deficit for the Ranchers. Gant to Gillespie. On the right side to Jaden Champion, guarded out there by Evenson. He's just going to shoot over the top of him. He missed it. Rebound was tipped by Gant, but into the hands of Evenson. Passes it back to Bredding. Floater, no. Rebound is going to result in a foul against Jaden Champion.
I think they're going to whistle up Nate Even. Oh, yeah, they got Jaden Champion on that one.
His first, so Colt with 3 and some deep foul trouble. That is just the first against Jaden. Take that if you're Coach Allard. Just one foul in the first half. Good play from Powers Lake Burke Central on the baseline out of bounds play. They find Oakley Grubb for 2, his first 2 points of the game. Back to an 8-point ball game now as Powers Lake Burke Central is on a 6-0 run. Jaden near the left elbow, kicks it out to Colin Spell. He gets into the paint, left-hand shot is good off the backboard. Nice move.
Really good, strong, going probably non-dominant hand down a busy lane, able to finish high off the glass for Colin.
Ending the 6-0 run by the Ranchers, put his Comets back up by 10. Nearly a steal for Jaden Champion, but it's tipped out of bounds. And he'll stay on this end with a 6-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Nordloff will inbound from the baseline. Gets it into Grayson Reestedt, and a steal by Gillespie, and then a foul called against Powers Lake Burke Central.
Got a couple to give for Powers Lake, just their second team foul, so really could have been worse if they're heading down for a breakaway layup, so it's probably a good foul maybe for Powers Lake Burke Central.
It is the second against Bredding, but you're right, no team foul trouble. This could be the final possession of the half. 15 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Klein kicks it out to Gillespie. Drives and kicks to Gant. 6 seconds. Jaden Champion guarded by Evenson. 3 seconds. He'll take a contested 3, and that'll fall short and be the end of our first half of play. A good half for the home team. The Alexander Comets says they'll take a 10-point lead with them into the halftime locker room. It's the Alexander Comets 27, Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers 17. You're watching Game Day Media.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota. Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you. Since Novak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Welcome back to Alexander, and welcome into your Novak Insurance Company halftime show, brought to you by Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe, your agent in Watford City and McKenzie County. Their mission is to meet the lifetime financial needs of their clients by providing competitive products and outstanding service. Interesting first half of basketball there. After Alexander scored first, Powers Lake Burke Central went on a 6-0 run in a flash to make it 6-2. That was the biggest lead of the half for the Ranchers. Alexander built an 11-point first quarter lead by going on a 15-0 run to end the first. It was 17-6. In the second quarter, they scored the first 5 points to go up by 16. Slowly but surely, Alexander would give some of those points back as Powers Lake Burke Central chipped away at the deficit with an 11-3 run to make it 25-17. Alexander got the last basket before halftime to go back.
Since Novak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying
27-17. Taking a look at the first half stats here for both of these teams. The Comets, 11 of 24, 46% from the field. They made 2 3-pointers. They were 2 out of 3 for 67% from the free throw line. Alexander committed 10 first half turnovers, and they were whistled for 6 first half fouls. For Powers Lake Burke Central, the Ranchers were 6 of 20 from the floor for 30%. They made 2 3-pointers. They were 3 of 6 for 50% from the free throw line for their total of 17 points. They committed 11 first half turnovers, and they were whistled for 4 first half fouls. Taking a look at the individual scoring numbers, Jacob Novak had a great first half and ended a little bit prematurely with an injury issue, but he had 9 first half points to lead everybody in scoring. It was Colt Champion with 6, Jaden Champion with 4, Julian Gant and Ethan Gillespie with 3 points each, and Colin Spell with 2 for Alexander's total of 27. For Powers Lake Burke Central, Grayson Reestedt led the way with 5. Cade Nordloff and Nate Evenson had 4 points each. Jager Bredding and Oakley Grubb had 2 points apiece for the Ranchers' total of 17.
Yeah, good bit of defense from Alexander, able to just extinguish basically Jager Bredding with just 2 points, which is really difficult to do. He's going to have to come alive. They're only down 10 going into this third quarter, so it's nothing, for him to rattle off 9 points in a row. We've seen it before a couple different times, but the Ranchers' uncharacteristic mistakes. That's why you have a halftime. You adjust to what's going on in the game flow. The best sight that I've seen from this first half is Jacob Novak come out of the tunnel. He's got a knee brace on that knee that was kind of affected earlier, and I'm really interested to see his status going forward with this, because he's really been the hot hand in that first half for the Comets. So now we'll have our Skin by Legacy faces in the crowd. I talked to these kids earlier pregame. There they are over there. They said, "Hey, Game Day, can you get us on TV?" I said, "Absolutely, guys. We'll get you on TV."
All right.
Visit at Skin by Legacy is going to be the sponsor for this one. Skin by Legacy. Visit legacyhealthclinic.org/Tioga to schedule an appointment or a consult with Sarah in Tioga or Stanley. They serve Stanley on Wednesdays, and they serve Tioga on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There they are. I'm trying to get them to wave at us. I believe the name Porter was in like the pink purple colored shirt. Oliver was in the green sweatshirt, and the red sweatshirt. Sorry, buddy, I can't remember your name. His last name is James.
Okay.
Axel James just came to me. Those guys. I told them they were going to get on TV. I said, when you get on TV, you got to pretend like you've been on TV and get crazy, but not seeing the cue over here. But big thank you to Skin by Legacy for being part of our Faces in the Crowd sponsorship.
The Ranchers back on the court. We have not seen the Comets as of yet, but they'll be emerging shortly. And we'll have a great second half for you coming up right after these quick messages.
There we got them.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
They certainly will. Good stuff.
For the healthcare services you need and expertise you can trust, it's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, We're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me.
You can trust us. You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
Welcome back to Alexander. Thanks for joining us for our Nodak Insurance Company halftime report. Let's take a opportunity here to thank some of our live read sponsors. WCAG Church, located in Watford City, Fairview, Montana, Belfield, and Kenmare. See the service times on your screen. You can also check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Also want to thank the McKenzie County Heritage Park and North Dakota Oil Museum, where pioneering spirit runs strong. Take a step back in time and visit them. They're on the west side of Watford City, open year-round. Lots to see, both inside and outside. I recommend more inside than outside this time of year, but they got a lot of stuff on display there. And
I want to know. I want to know what the budget is for those flags that sit outside that museum.
Oh, they get a workout.
They get a workout
months like this.
In recent days, they've probably been standing on end. They probably need to be replaced maybe monthly.
I think so. We also want to thank the Wolfpack Booster Club. The strength is in the pack. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to keep track of all the Watford City athletics and activities that are going on, as it'll be Powers like basketball.
And what a run for the Watford City Wolves. The boys having a really good season. The girls really up and down in the rankings, out of the rankings. Had a tough one the other night. Have a good one against Hazen coming up. We're really looking forward to keep covering these Watford City Wolves.
Yeah, the boys have now lost 2 region games in overtime. We saw that happen last night in Killdeer, and 2 completely different games. The Hazen game went into overtime, tied at 72. The Killdeer game went into overtime, tied at 48. And the Wolves ended up on the short end of both of those matchups. See if they can get a win. There's a good start to the second half for Powers Lake. Burke Central is Grayson Riestedt.
And Grayson, he can definitely stretch out and knock down that. We saw it the other night. He hit the opening three-pointer of the game and really set the tone for the Ranchers. Let's see if that can maybe get some positive momentum for these Ranchers.
Gets them within 3. Great to see Jacob Novak starting this third quarter for Alexander, as his second quarter ended with a bit of an injury scare. And he's got the ball right now up top to Gant. Shot clock down to 8. Klein to Gant in the corner. Gillespie has deflected. Shot clock all the way down to 3.
And the Comets, I'm not sure if you touched on this or not, but the Comets making a change to their lineup, coming out with Champion still on the bench, really trying to buy some time to get deeper in this game.
Yep. Here's a catch and shoot by Gant. No. And it'll go out of bounds and belong to the Ranchers.
I like the catch and shoot, but you got 3 seconds. It seems like 3 seconds is a short amount of time, but that's a good catch. You can even swing to see if somebody else is open. You got a lot of time there. The rush shot may be affected by that shot clock.
Cade Nordloff hands it off to Grayson Riestedt. On the right side to Bredding. Picks up his dribble, guarded by Gant. Has to jump to pass it over, but it is a good pass, and it's a good basket. Left-hand layup by Grayson Riestedt. He's on a 5-0 run by himself to start this third quarter.
And I bet that's what Coach Carlson talked about in the locker room, was like, okay, we need somebody to step up. Who's going to answer the bell? And out early, it's been Grayson Riestedt.
Makes it 27-22. See if the Comets have a response. And we'll see if Colt Champion comes into the game pretty soon. He almost made the catch on the bench there, but instead it was Case Powell, the freshman, grabbing it.
Hey, you got to be ready to go at all times.
That's right.
Close proximities here in Alexander.
Yes, 27-22. Comets with the lead in the ball. Ranchers had a 6-0 run to lead it 6-2 way back early in the first quarter. Since then, the Comets have held the lead once they grabbed it. That is a turnover along the baseline. Evenson with the steal. Turnovers now even at 11 apiece. Nordloff drives, stops, passes that out to Bredding. Left side, that three-pointer off the mark. Rebound tipped up into the air. Champion ahead to Gant, all alone. Right-hand layup, good.
Good sneak out from Julian Gant, just seeing his big guys down on the bottom. We got a streaker on the side.
And he is able to get back safely to the sideline before play had to be stopped as it was over on this end, the closer end, away from the basketball. There's a almost steal by Klein. They're going to call a kick. Yeah. He ended up playing soccer a little bit there with the way that the ball got maneuvered around, down to 15 on the shot clock, 5:23 on the third quarter game clock. And here comes Colt Champion. With those 3 fouls, he'll replace Matthew Klein.
You know, we're talking about quick reflexes. Grandpa Todd down there.
Yep.
Todd Jacobson there, having to quickly react. I think that was maybe his granddaughter that made a break for it on the side.
Here the Ranchers going to work down low. Dangerous pass from Riestedt, picked off. Here come the Comets the other way. Gant could not finish through some contact. Colt Champion, missed it, but he's fouled.
Good power from Colt Champion there, able to just muscle it up. Got 2-3 guys dragged on him there.
He is strong. That's the third personal against Bredding. So both teams now have a player with 3 personals as Colt misses free throw number 1. (29-22). Second free throw in, out, and then in again for Champion. He's up to 7 points. Oakley Grubb, the sophomore, brings it into the front court, guarded by Colt Champion. Pass in down low to Grayson Riestedt to Nordloff. Drives to the hoop and scores off the glass.
Good cutting action from Nordloff. Just drives right down Broadway. And the quick-witted, quick-handed Riestedt sees the cutter and delivers for 2.
30-24, back to a 6-point game once again. As Champion gets triple teamed, passes out of it to Jaden Champion. He'll take the elbow jumper off the mark, but an offensive rebound run down by Gillespie, and we've got a timeout with the ball in the corner. 4:32 to go in the third quarter. Comets up by 6. We got a good one here tonight from Alexander.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
(30-24). Good one here. Kind of a low-scoring game. Both defenses have played well for the most part tonight, and a little bit of a slower pace than we saw in the Alexander versus Ray game on Monday night. As the Comets try to work it in down low to Champion. Good denial by Nate Evenson, knocking that entry pass away and out of bounds.
Good timeout from head coach A.J. Allardy. Saw trouble brewing on that sidelines and get a good set play and a better defensive play.
Yeah, another good defensive play from Evenson. Gets the block there.
Good out of bounds play, but just better defense from Powers Lake Burke Central.
They get it in. Champion once again. That's Jaden. He left that one short. Foul is called. I think a late foul, but I believe it'll be a shooting foul.
Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Maybe some contact after he had landed, not allowing him to land from the shot, but maybe the third personal foul against Cody Riestedt.
Yeah, Champion misses free throw number 1. He hasn't scored since the first quarter. Jaden averages 16 points per game, but he has been held quiet, down to 4 points so far tonight. His second free throw is no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Ranchers.
Ranchers kind of in unfamiliar territory in the last how many years, being down 6 to Alexander. They've kind of dominated the basketball scene up in Powers Lake the last probably close to 10 years.
New player on the floor is Landon Westerness as they feed it over to Grayson Reestedt. Long range three was open, but he missed it. And Alexander claims another rebound. What a nice job rebounding the basketball tonight on both ends of the floor. They've grabbed some offensive rebounds, got some second chance points, and also done a nice job.
That's a big collision there between Oakley Grubb and Jacob Novak.
And Grubb picks up the foul. It'll be his first. The third team foul of the quarter. Spell will replace Colt Champion, and a good stretch right there for Colt. He came on the floor, made an impact, didn't pick up a foul. And now back to the bench with 3 personals. Powers Lake Burke Central is Bredding and Cody Reestedt with 3 fouls as well. So both coaches having to think through some foul troubles.
I like that substitution from AJ. Just get him in, keep him in the rhythm of the game, keep his legs going. But then that's going to be a foul on Jacob Novak, I think. But you keep him in, you keep him out, you keep him maybe out of harm's way, but you're also keeping him in the flow of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. First foul against Jacob. Ball back to Powers Lake Burke Central as they trailed by 10 at halftime. They're within 6 right now. Nordloff trying to cut the lead in half, but he missed it. Rebound by Ethan Gillespie. Ball deflected over the Ranchers bench, and it'll stay with Alexander. Gant to Gillespie, 3:13 left to go in the third quarter. Spell over on the left side to Jaden Champion, and
that's a
contact.
That's a battle between 3 and 5 Oakley Grubb and Jacob Novak. 2 kids that are both built identical. They're both stocky, and a slap of the ball from Jacob Novak to get the play going.
Can you tell these guys are football players, David?
I think so, yes. And both of them, Oakley and Jacob, are both very good football players.
Yes.
Oakley Grubb, an all-region running back for head coach Seth Wistoff, and Jacob Novak in the quarterback position, a fantastic football player.
Yes.
I just like that both coaches. Both coaches acknowledge that. Yeah, they're football players. They just got basketball jerseys on right now.
Certainly are. Colin Spell made the basket on the other end, and then here on this end, they call a foul against Novak, and that'll be his second personal. No free throws on that foul. As Evenson passes it outside to Oakley Grubb. Drives, kicks into the corner. Jumper with a foot on the line was from Westerness. No good. Rebound by Champion, and he maintains possession as Evenson is slow and getting up. Here's Gant going up strong. Missed it. Follows his own miss. Grabs the rebound. Saves it into Novak. And he'll try a 3. No good. Rebound grabbed by Nordloff.
Yeah, we saw Nate Evenson go down the other night and immediately grabbed his knee.
Oof.
And he grabbed it again tonight, just now on that play, but now he's going to get subbed out, I think, is going to get tended to again. No surprise these kids are banged up. They are going hard tonight.
And Powers Lake had a game just 24 hours ago as well.
That's a quick turnaround in your backyard and then going cross country all the way from Powers Lake all the way down to Alexander.
Yep, for sure. Grayson Reestedt with the basketball. Lobs it in, down low. Nice catch in the basket by Cade Nordloff. He's got 8.
Good recognition from the outside, seeing that backside defender not helping at all. Nice pass over the top for 2 points for the Ranchers.
Jaden Champion to Gillespie. Fakes, he drives. Kicks it to Jaden for 3. No, rebound by Gant. Blocked from behind. Nice play by Cody Reestedt.
Oh, quick, almost over and back.
Steal by Spell. 2-on-1 fast break. Gant with the layup.
No call there as the Oakley Grubb tries to draw the charge. Maybe started moving back before the attack. I don't know.
Julian Gant with 7, and he will pick up a foul near the top of the key on the defensive end. That will be his first.
Getting a little bit chippy out there.
A little bit.
A little bit chippy.
Yeah, it's physical.
Are you a fan of the physicality of the game where it's at today?
You know, sometimes I enjoy finesse basketball as well. I like seeing three-point shooters and freedom of movement, and oh my goodness, look at that.
Another one. 3 of them on the floor.
Yep. The aspect that I really don't like about physicality is when it leads to injuries. And it's just, you never know for sure. There can be a really legal play going on that leads to an injury as well. But it just seems like in some cases, some games get a little bit out of control. And that's unfortunately when some injuries can happen.
I feel like it's a fine line of finesse and frenetic almost.
Yep.
Is it at times when you're out of position, you don't get a foul called as the Comets try to extend it to 10 here.
Jaden Champion gets the layup. And then a foul after the basket.
Julian Gant.
Or was it a warning? Maybe it was just a delay of game warning. Yep, no foul going up on the board. So I believe it must have been a delay of game warning.
Yeah, can't touch it coming out of the basket. They do a good job of making sure that that is a warning. Big three from Riestedt again outside.
Yes, really important basket for the Ranchers there after the Comets had pushed the lead back up to 10. He gets it back down to 7. And there's a steal picked off by Bredding. Going to go coast to coast. Left hand layup. Good. Good transition basketball. Steal and score for Bredding, down to a 5-point game. And Gant, a quick shot. Probably not the shot that Coach Allard had in mind with where the shot clock was.
That's one you maybe want to hold for that last possession or right at the end of the clock.
Now powers like Burke Central will go to work with the shot clock turned off. Chance to make this a one-possession game. Nordloff, reverse layup, no. And a foul on the rebound going to go against Cody Riestedt.
Yeah.
The Ranchers were that close to making it a 3-point game, and instead they pick up the foul on the rebound and give the ball back to the Comets.
And that's a big one. That's Riestedt's 4th personal foul now.
Yep.
Going to send him to the bench. Good effort. I like the effort. You just can't climb up over the top.
Yep, good positioning once again from Alexander as they'll try to extend it to a 3-possession game with the clock winding down in this third quarter. Gillespie out to Spell. He'll launch it. It's good! 3-pointer at the buzzer from Colin Spell. And Alexander will take an 8-point lead with them into the fourth quarter. Comets up 39-31 on Game Day Media.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
Effort. I like the effort. You just can't climb up over the top.
Yeah, good positioning once again from Alexander as they'll try to extend it to a 3-possession game with the clock winding down in this third quarter. Gillespie out to Spell. He'll launch it. It's good! 3-pointer at the buzzer. Quite a way to end the third quarter there for Alexander. Spell tries to start the fourth quarter exactly the same way. Missed that one. Good save by Gant. Second chance opportunity for the Comets. Colt Champion missed the rebound, tips back to Gant. Missed it. Champion fouled. Alexander playing hard out there and getting that boost of momentum with the third quarter buzzer beater.
Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Colt Champion just using his sheer size and physical abilities to dominate the boards.
Second personal on Evenson. First foul of the quarter as Colt makes free throw number 1. And these teams have bounced back and forth from a 5-point game to a 10-point game.
What I liked about that replay was that you could see Jacob Novak and Julian Gant with their arms fully extended, either looking for the call or saying, hey, bro, make the play, man.
He gets the job done from the free throw line, making it 41-31, another 10-point lead for the Comets. Bredding into Evenson, long range 2, short, rebound Champion. Fast break opportunity for the Comets. Gant will take it himself, right hand layup, good.
Good play just to let off from Cade Nordloff, avoid a collision and avoid another personal foul for these Ranchers.
Comets up 12, 43-31. Here's a three from Bredding. Short rebound, tips right to Grubb, and he puts it in for an easy 2. And Coach Carlson will take a timeout as Grubb slow in getting up with 6:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. Comets up by 10. We'll take this timeout. It's brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial.
Our lives are made up of moments. From first moments, to big moments, to everyday moments. At First International Bank and Trust, we support you with local service and checking and savings solutions to help you reach your goals, shape your legacy, and make your moments happen. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first since 1910.
10-point lead for the Comets as they have the basketball. Out of that timeout, Colin Spell. Novak to Jaden Champion. Back out to Spell. Into the corner to Gantz. Patient possession from the Comets, up by 10. And Champion gets tied up by Evenson, and it looked like Evenson may have caught an elbow from Champion as Colt was going on the way down with that one. It will be Rancher basketball on the alternating possession arrow after the 13th Alexander turnover.
Make sure Nate's okay there. Hopefully he cleared the cobwebs a little bit.
Yeah. He was slow in getting up on this end. Looked like maybe a different type of injury this time. I think he got hit in the head, but he does stay out there. Hands it off to Bredding. Drives baseline. Pass back out to Grayson Reestedt. And now Bredding will take a long three. Grazes the front rim. Rebound by Spell. Alexander with a basketball.
It's kind of short again. Everything from Jagger's been kind of short tonight.
Traveling call there against Spell. And we've got another timeout. 10-point lead for the Comets, 6:02 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Go. Alexander basketball up by 10. Colt Champion makes the catch. Puts it up there softly off the rim, but doesn't get the bounce. Rebound to the Ranchers.
Good box out from Jagger Bredding, keeping Colt Champion off the glass.
And now he drives. Difficult angle. Look at that. Great play on both ends for Bredding. He's got 6. 43-35. A 4-0 run by Alexander to start the quarter. Now a 4-0 run by the Ranchers to get back to within 8. Colt makes the pass to Jaden, gets it out to Jacob Novak. Spin move, pass to Colt, and he scores. Assist, Jacob Novak, basket, Colt Champion. He's into double figures with 11. Averages 14.5 points per game. Layup from Grayson Reestedt is short. Western is crashing the boards, but Colt Champion too strong, able to wrestle it away from him. Jaden Champion, bounce pass Novak behind the back to Gant. Blocked by Grayson Reestedt. Ranchers coming the other way. Too much on the pass, but an excellent play by Evenson to preserve the possession by saving it off of a Comet.
Man, the bodies are hitting the floor both sides. If I'm one of these kids on this bottom row, I might think about maybe moving up an aisle.
Yeah, yeah, we're probably about the safest spot of anybody here in the gym.
Well, not unless Nate Evenson comes this way. He went that way over there.
Three-pointer by Reestedt. No offensive rebound. missed by Bredding. Champion double teamed, able to pass out of it to Ethan Gillespie. 45-35, good one here tonight in Alexander. Comets with the basketball, trying to pick up their 12th win of the season. Novak, he'll take a three. Not that time, rebound by Evenson.
And another facet of Nate's game is that he can do this. He can go rim to rim.
Left hand layup from the right side. Evenson has 6.
Started defensively, clear the boards, did a really good job keeping Champion off the boards, started the transition and just took it to the house.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, a foul on that pass attempt. It's going to be called against Bredding, and that's a big one. We talked about Alexander's foul trouble, but Powers Lake Burke Central finds himself in more foul trouble at the moment. I was just going to say,
maybe worse foul trouble. Cade Nordloff's got 4, Jagger Bredding's got 4.
Yep. Champion drove and lost the ball out of bounds. 15th turnover against Alexander.
Oakley Grubb checking back in as Bredding's going to get a well-deserved rest. Probably going to let him sit there for maybe a minute or two. You want offense at the end of the game if it's going to go down to the wire with it, which I think it might.
It looks like it is. Here is Oakley Grubb picking it up on the right wing. Passes out to Cody Riestedt, left side to Nordloff. There's a couple of head fakes, drives. Back out to Cody Riestedt. Oakley Grubb to Grayson Riestedt. Back to Grubb. Shot clock down to 10. Evenson to Grubb. Here's a drive, a basket, it counts, and the foul for Grayson Riestedt.
Take a look at this RTC Network's instant replay. Just good patience from the senior and get the other senior up off of his feet for the hoop and the harm for Grayson.
Now that's the 4th personal against Novak. He'll come out of the Alexander lineup. So he's got 4. Colt Champion has 3. They're the only players with more than 1 foul at the moment for Alexander. Grayson Riestedt trying to finish off the three-point play, and he does. He's got 16 to lead the Ranchers tonight as we've got a toy rolling out onto the floor. Shannon Fowler with the quick recognition.
They're quick here at Alexander.
Yes,
you don't have a whole lot of time to get off the bench if you're going to make or break for it.
45-40. Alexander up by 5 with the basketball. They have led for almost the entire game tonight, trying to finish this one off. Gillespie, floater, in and out. Ooh, and Gillespie kind of ran into the shoulder of Cody Riestedt after the rebound was controlled by Powers Lake Burke Central. Evenson showing off that footwork, and he gets it to go off the glass. Timeout, Alexander. 2:51 left to go in regulation. Alexander 45, Powers Lake Burke Central 42. We got a good one down here in Alexander tonight.
Welcome to the Western Education Regional Cooperative Center. We support 33 member school districts across Western North Dakota. Our commitment is to serve schools, teachers, and students. Our staff delivers impactful professional development for educators. We create opportunities for collaboration among districts. We help students engage with regional industries. Let's go to work. Call us at 701-741-3678 for more information.
45-42, the Ranchers making a run right now. They're on an 11-2 run. They've gone from down 12 now to within 3, and it's getting to be crunch time right now.
Yeah, who's more conditioned? You know, the tired excuse, is that going to be a big factor? Alexander's been off. Powers Lake is playing 24 hours ago right now.
Yep. Jaden Champion to Julian Gant to Ethan Gillespie. Back to Jaden in the midcourt circle. Over to Spell, down low, intended for Champion. Broken up by Evenson, but Colt Champion able to maintain the possession. Now to Jaden Champion. Jump stop, shot up short, rebounded by Colt. He missed it. And Powers Lake Burke Central able to claim the rebound. Almost turns it over in the half court. And
that's a big foul right now.
A blocking foul. Alexander was hoping for a travel
You take a look at this RTC Network's instant replay. Just missed it, got a little hip check. And that's, they have on the fourth personal foul for Champion. So that's, I thought that was his fifth. I thought he was sitting with 4. He's sitting with 3.
Yep, Novak has 4. And now Colt Champion has 4 for the Comets. Riestedt gives a head fake.
Good 2-man.
And Nordloff puts it in off the glass. He's got 10, and it's a 1-point game.
That's just X's and O's basketball. That's 2-man basketball in the corner from a good basketball program.
2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Alexander up by 1, 45-44. Jaden Champion into Colt. Out to Spell for 3. No, rebound Colt Champion. He scores. It counts. And the foul.
Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. I love the effort from both Evenson and Champion. Both of them are just battling for rebounds down on the block.
So Colt with a chance for a 3-point play. He missed it, so it remains a 3-point game. 47-44 Alexander. Cody Riestedt to Grayson for the tie. Too strong. Rebound by Spell. Jaden Champion into the front court to Novak for 3. No. Rebound hits the ground, and Alexander claims another offensive rebound.
Lucky bounce for Jay. I saw Colt Champion's eyes just get big. Should I go after it or not? Hit the deck.
Pass deflected and stolen by Cody Riestedt. 3-on-1 fast break. Grubb over to Nordloff. He missed it. Novak goes up strong and grabs the rebound. Jump ball called. Possession arrow. We'll keep it on this end.
That is the absolute best break that could have happened for Alexander. They had a 4-on-1 going the other direction and are walking away with a jump ball.
Powers Lake Burke Central with the basketball. Only down 3. 1 minute to go. Nordloff into the left corner for Oakley Grubb. To Cody Riestedt. Down low, catch made by Grubb. Out to Cade Nordloff. Cody Riestedt, right side. Grubb drives. Grayson Riestedt. Blocked. Champion ahead to Novak. Jacob is fouled. 35.4 seconds to go.
Take a look at this RTC Network's instant replay. You got to love the effort from Cade Nordloff right there, challenging at the rim, putting one of the better players in the district to the line to really try to ice them out. You're not going to get a free layup at this point in time in the game.
That's for sure. First foul on Cade Nordloff. And Jacob makes the first free throw. That's huge. That makes it a 2-possession game.
Just 2 personal fouls for the Comets, 2 team fouls for the Comets and 4 for the Ranchers. So the Ranchers are right where they need to be as far as fouls go. Now trailing by 5.
Clutch free throws from Novak. 35.4 seconds to go. It's Alexander 49, Powers Lake Burke Central 44. Timeout on the floor brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. There's a lot to talk about in both of these huddles. David, if you're in the Powers Lake Burke Central huddle, what do you think they're talking about right now?
I want to get a quick 2 right now, or maybe even a quick 3-point shot. Maybe go down and foul, put one of the kids at the line. Maybe look for Ethan Gillespie. Maybe try foul him. If I'm going to foul, I don't want to foul Novak. I don't want to foul either Champion. That's probably, they're going to get a good 2-point basket is my guess. They're going to probably run a sideline out of bounds to where you get a good 3-point shot, or maybe get that close to come out on you and then dump it down to the inside. I've seen that play for the last 17 years from Coach Carlson. But if I'm Alexander, I want my guys to get the ball. I want Novak to get the ball. I want Gant to get the ball, and I want Jaden Champion to have the ball in their hands to try ice them out.
And before that, they got to play defense. I like them to be aggressive, but you have to make sure who you are. If you're Jacob Novak or Colt Champion, I don't want you to be aggressive. The other 3 guys, I want you to be aggressive as possible. A foul isn't the end of the world. You got fouls to give. You don't want to give up too many easy baskets right here. Here's a quick 3 from the corner. It's short from Bredding. Rebound. Champion gets it to Novak. And that is a best case scenario for the Alexander Comets. They force the miss, they get the rebound, and Jacob Novak goes right back to the free throw line.
And that's going to be the 5th personal foul whistled up against Jager Bredding. Fantastic game for him, just off the mark by just a little bit on each of his three-point shots. That last three-point shot there was just a touch off.
Averages 16.5 points per game, held to 6 tonight as Novak misses his first free throw here. Still a lot of basketball left. Alexander certainly has the momentum, but regardless of whether this free throw falls or not, it will be a 2-possession game still. Second free throw short, remains 5. Oh, Jaden Champion grabs the offensive rebound. He is fouled. Evenson commits the foul and claps his hands in frustration, and sometimes that's just how it goes on a basketball night.
Evenson got that foul, but I think he maybe got away with one on the line. It looked like maybe there was a little bit of a push in the back, just trying to replay it. But a missed box out, when you're shooting free throws and you're boxing out, you absolutely have to secure the rebound. You have 4 against 2 in that box.
Jaden Champion now with 7. And he can make the lead 7 with a clutch free throw here. It is short. Remains a 6-point game. Evenson the rebound, picks up his dribble. Able to get it ahead to Grayson Reestedt. Evenson has it stolen away. Jacob Novak. 9 seconds to go. They get a steal. Time running down to 3 seconds. Evenson will miss it, and that's it. This one is all over. The Alexander Comets get a huge win tonight. 50-44 over the visiting Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. Stick around. We'll have your First International Bank and Trust Player of the Game and your Johnson and Sunding post-game show right after this.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley. Your local Case IH dealer.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
Welcome back to Alexander. We're here with Victoria's head coach A.J. Allard for some coaches' comments brought to you by Watford City Farmers Union Oil Company. Boy, Coach, that was a gutsy win right there against a really good team. What do you have to say for that effort by your team?
Yeah, the boys powered through. Mentally, I think there were some spouts where we weren't all there mentally and losing some assignments and things like that, and got a little bit of foul trouble, but I'm proud of these boys for pushing through and getting the win tonight.
Every game kind of has its own personality. That game against Ray, I would say your offense probably looked better at times than it did here tonight, but tonight your defense really stepped up and carried you to victory. Yeah, our defense, when we had to, they came in clutch, so I'm very proud. Our offense, we got some things to work out. It's just, you're right, from night to night, it's a little bit different, but super proud of Jacob Novak. He played a great game. Champions for knocking down a couple free throws. And, those are the things that we've been working on, is making those short layups and free throws. So I'm glad it came together tonight a little bit anyways. What does a win do for you and your program like this at this stage of the season? How much forward momentum can it give to you as you prepare for your next game, and then postseason tournament time isn't too far away? Yeah, this is a great confidence game for us. It's been a long season so far, and these boys are resilient. And, when we have about 4 or 5 games left, so we're just looking to fine-tune some things until we get to that district tournament. All right, well, looking forward to the rest of your season. Thank you for having us here, Coach. Good job tonight, and we'll see you down the road. All right, let's bring in our First International Bank and Trust Player of the Game, Jacob Novak. Boy, what a game. That was a tough one from the start, but you guys as soon as Powers Lake Burke Central went on that quick run to take an early 6-2 lead, after that, you guys really put the defensive clamps on them. What was the key to your defense here tonight?
Ever since last year we got beat out in the regionals, we realized that our defense was weak. So we wanted to come back this year and emphasize on our defense, and that's what we did today. So I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our coaches. They push us every single day to play defense, so that's what we're good at. So we're going to keep doing it.
Well, on the offense, I want to talk about you guys as buzzer beaters. You guys have made some plays at the end of quarters. We saw it on Monday night. We saw it again here tonight. How do you do that?
I would say it's luck, but just because we're Alexander and we're the boys, so I gotta say it's skill too. So I don't know, but it's mostly luck. So yeah.
Hey, it's sports. It's luck can play a role sometimes in it, but hey, that's what makes it fun. Hey, great job tonight. I'm going to ask the same question that I asked your coach. What does a win like this against a really good opponent do for you as far as momentum and confidence heading into the end of the season?
Oh yeah, Powers Lake is good. They've been good for a long time, so this win is going to really boost us in confidence and keep pushing forward and finish the season out good. So yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you go celebrate with your team. Great job tonight. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
There you have it. David, back upstairs to you.
I would like to say there's maybe a little bit of luck in those short three-pointers, but some skill in those 80-footers, right?
That's right.
We'll be back with the conclusion of our Johnson and Sundin post-game show after this timeout.
Fisher Family Chiropractic in Williston and Ray, where healthy families grow. From pregnancy to infants to grandparents, our gentle, natural care keeps your whole family aligned, active, and feeling their best. Always welcoming new patients in our Williston and Ray offices. Build lifelong wellness together. Come see why we have been voted Best of the Bakken for 8 years in a row in Williston and Ray.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
With 40 years of service to Northwest North Dakota, Jan Costed CPA in Kenmare provides trusted accounting and tax services for individuals, corporations, estates, and partnerships. Call 385-4263 today. Your numbers are in good hands with Costed CPA.
The Northwest Sportsmen's Association of Tioga, a proud supporter of youth and outdoor recreation in our local community. We're aiming high, keeping it local, and building the future for outdoor events. Join us in making a difference. The Northwest Sportsmen Association, where the outdoors brings us together.
At Johnson and Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson and Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
How it's always been done isn't good enough. When it comes to your farm, your family, and your future, you deserve better. At Howland Insurance Services, we specialize in how insurance should be done. We creatively customize farm and ranch insurance to meet your marketing goals and minimize risk, providing the protection that you need. We help lessen your dependence on the bank and set you up for long-term success. Contact us today to build a brighter, more secure tomorrow.
Do you find yourself driving to the bank each week, writing too many checks each month, paying too many fees? As a business owner, you have a lot to worry about. Don't let banking be one of them. Contact the Bank of Tioga to explore how we can simplify your banking experience and empower your business to reach its full potential. Our team is committed to providing you with seamless banking experience tailored to your business needs. From digital banking solution to personalized support, we are here to help you thrive. The Bank of Tioga banks businesses, and we are here for you. Imagine if you had more time for what really matters. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Welcome back to your Johnson and Sundin Law Office post-game show, providing quality legal expertise with common sense and small town service. Quite a game here between the Ranchers and the Comets. Let's recap it for you. Powers Lake Burke Central come out fast. They led it 6-2 early on in the opening minutes, but Alexander ended the first quarter on a 15-0 run to take an 11-point lead after one quarter of play. It was 17-6. They extended the lead all the way up to 22-6. When all was said and done, it was a 20-0 run by the Comets. Powers Lake Burke Central would end the second quarter on a run of 11-5 to make it a 10-point game at the break. It was 27-17 Comets. In the third quarter, PLBC got the lead down to 5 on a couple of occasions, but Alexander got it back up to 8 at the break of the third quarter. It was 39-31 entering the start of the fourth quarter. Alexander would take the largest lead of the game at 43-31 with a 4-0 run out of the gates to start the fourth quarter. Then Powers Lake Burke Central really made it interesting. They had a 13-2 run to make it a 1-point game at 45-44, but Alexander never relinquished the lead. They scored the final 5 points of the ball game, and they go on for the 6-point victory tonight, 50-44. Played some great defense throughout, and that was what ended up clinching the victory tonight for the Comets on their home floor.
Yeah, I mean, they played a great game, but they played really, really well with about 90 seconds to go in the game. They stopped Jager Bredding when they needed to. They made free throws on the other side when they have to, and the game comes down to a game of inches. I mean, you got Nate Evenson going rim to rim, makes one. They got Jaden Champion on the other side missing a 2-foot shot. You got Colt Champion missing one, getting a putback. You know, how important is Colin Spell's three-point shot at the end of the first half? Nothing but the bottom of the net for him. So the ebbs and flows of the game, of how important every single possession is. I know that both coaches are going to go back and look at their huddle stats and see what their turnover margins are, and they definitely want to get that dialed in to 10 or less. We got 13 for Powers Lake, and what do we have, about 16 for Alexander, and that's a number in AJ's eyes that's way too high. If you want to compete for a district championship, those are way too high. Finishing at the rim and turnovers are going to propel you into those district championship games.
Let's take a look at these team stats here for Alexander. 19 of 55 from the field for 35%. They made 3 3-pointers. The biggest one of the night was that Colin Spell buzzer beater to end the third quarter and put his team back up by 8. And they finished the game 8 for 16 from the free throw line for 50%. As David mentioned, there's 16 turnovers for the Comets tonight. Powers Lake Burke Central, 18 of 48 from the field for 38%. They made 4 3-pointers tonight. They were 4 of 7 for 57% from the free throw line. They committed 14 turnovers, but only 3 in the second half, so they did a much better job taking care of the basketball after halftime. But it was not enough to pick up the win here this evening as Alexander gets their 12th win of the season, their 6th win in district play. Now 6-1 in the district. Powers Lake Burke Central drops to 10-3 overall, 5-2 in the district. Let's take a look at the individual stats. Colt Champion, leading scorer tonight with 13, 6 in the first half, 7 more in the second half. And it was Jacob Novak with 11 as he was in double figures. And then it was Julian Gant with 9. Jaden Champion and Colin Spell had 7 points each. Ethan Gillespie with 3 for Alexander's total of 50. For Powers Lake Burke Central, Grayson Riestedt was the leading scorer this evening. He had 16. Caden Orloff also in double figures with 10. Nate Evenson with 8. Jager Bredding with 6. And Oakley Grubb with 4 for the Ranchers' total of 44.
Well, I know both teams want to get home. I know that. It's a bruiser of a game between the two. Yeah. Alexander, they both just plowed into each other like gladiators out on the court. But, yeah, the Alexander Comets go to Tioga. They're going to take these next 3 or 4 days and rest up. A lot of sickness going around, partner. You've been battling some illnesses, kind of a slow week on Game Day Media for that reason. I've been battling some issues. Randy's been battling some colds. Noah Fredrickson back home, taking a couple nights off. It's that time of year.
It is. Yep.
And everybody needs to get healthy. The district tournament's coming, and that is going to be a fantastic District 5 tournament.
Yes, it is. No doubt about that. Let's take a look at the schedule for next week. Look at that. We're going to have our work cut out for us there. That's lots of basketball for you here on Game Day Media. Get you started with a couple of games up north there on Monday. And I'm going to make the drive over to Hazen for a huge girls game in Division A Region 4. It was an 8-point game when those teams met up in Watford City. Should be a great one on Tuesday evening.
The tides have turned. Watford City is no longer number 4. Hazen is now number 4.
That's right. And a good girls matchup there as well that evening in Division B between Tioga and Powers Lake Burke Central. Then on Thursday, Ray versus Trenton in boys action, along with Partial against Divide County. The Friday lineup, look at that. We've got a whole bunch of teams receiving votes there. And then we've got Watford City going on the road again, taking on Beulah. Should be a fun night there. And we wrap up our week with Tioga against Glenburn. And, boy, those are two really good teams right there.
Yeah, Glenburn and Kenmare, that's two received votes, I think, after that whole shakeup of Kenmare beating Benson County. The voters not in favor of Kenmare and Tioga. Tough love from the North Dakota Associated Press sportscasters and sports writers. But as everybody knows, it's just a number associated to your team. You definitely want to get into that top 5 going down the postseason, because if you get to that state tournament, that can really, really benefit you going into that state tournament with an overall top 8 seed.
Yeah, that is for sure. Lots of great basketball we've already seen this year, and a whole lot more to come. I want to thank First International Bank and Trust for sponsoring our Player of the Game, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Thank you to all the sponsors who make the broadcast of these games possible. Thank you to our outstanding crew tonight. Matt Gonzalez on the camera, David Peterson doing everything else. And me, I just talked a little bit. My name is Titus Stenberg, signing off from Alexander. So long, everybody.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hoagland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, DeBach Harvesting, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Jorgensen Lumber, Fisher Family Chiropractic, Stanley Commercial Club, EAPC Architects Engineers, Game 1, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Jan A. Costa, PC, Northwest Sportsmen's Association, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.